they wanted to do. Laura's Diamond. Who else? Oh, Laura, we can't hear you.
Roxanne's really close.
Oh, girl. That's exciting. Mandy's Emerald.
Roxanne's got some really great momentum, and she's hit Success Club, I don't know, past 3 months, Roxanne, right? And she's hit Success Club 8, so she's gotten so close to Success Club 10, but she's been really awesome too. So she's
awesome.
She's rocking it.
So exciting. I know we had Stanley, who's one of Cliff's guys, go Emerald last week. He's in Africa, I think. So he's a missionary. Right? Is Stanley in Africa?
He is.
Okay.
Malawi.
Yeah. So he's not on the call. I guess he's different times or something. We'll let that slide. Right. All right, cool. So I wanted to talk briefly about postings. I was hoping Rochelle could get on because she had asked me on this too, but I guess I can, I'll post this recording. But I wanted to talk about, oh, child. Some stuff about postings, and then Cliff's going to give our talk tonight on. Sure. We'll switch off. We'll do a switch off. It's okay. It's okay. All right. So he's still learning how to communicate, so we just get screens all the time, which I'm sure is just a toddler thing too. So, okay, so as far as posting, so something that Tiffany's shaking her head like, yeah, totally. Something that I go off of, which I know a lot, like Tara, Shay, I think, I'm not sure, Laura, if you use the Josh Coates thing, but we use that for postings. I know I've used that kind of rough framework for postings a lot. And so there's 4 main things that he shares on that, and I'll kind of put little tidbits on that. One's a lifestyle post. And that's basically, I have on here just something that's relatable or desirable. A lot of times I'll share, am I frozen? Am I frozen? Dang it. Can you guys hear me? Ah. Okay, does that work? Sorry, y'all. This is still recording. Let's see. Hey, Chris. I think our thing confused. Hey, Chris, our call was at 7. I'm on a different call right now.
Oh crap! What time?
Sorry, girl. It's 7:42 p.m. Central time. But we can connect. I will share the recording because I answered your question on stuff on nutrition.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Bye.
It's all right. Thanks, girl. All right. Where are we at? Okay. So we're still recording, so it's good. Okay. So posting the 4 main things that Josh Coates shares, and I'm just going to kind of go through those, but how I use them, but also it's not just about the content. It's also the way that you lay it out, right? Your picture and all that stuff too. So one is the lifestyle post, something relatable or desirable. Cliff does stuff with the kids a lot, like taking his kids to school, how he has the freedom as a dad to be able to do that. Am I frozen again, you guys? Or am I not? You guys are just still. Okay, good. I was like, what the heck? Hopefully not. So
You're not frozen. You're just kind of cutting in.
Dang it. I don't know why our internet is so frustrating. Is it just in and out, or can you hear me at all?
You're fine now.
Okay.
You're good.
So just something that is something that's relatable. So Cliff will share about being able to take the kids to and from school, because, you know, as a dad, he's able to do that. There could be something, you know, you share on the community, being able to have that community, our tribe, you know, just something about how it's part of your lifestyle. Being a coach is part of your lifestyle, your anything with your training and whatnot. The second post that he shares is a fitness post, and that's usually just sharing your journey. And I like to, you know, I like to say it's more than you're more than Beachbody, right? You're your own brand, so you want to share something that's more you. It's not just, you know, taking a sweaty selfie with, you know, saying I'm doing 21-day fix or whatever it is, right? You need to show something that's going to give value as well, or entertainment. I'll do, you know, like funny dances or something in mine, or I'll show like 1 or 2 moves of the day. And I don't say, hey, this is from Hammer and Chisel day or week 5 and blah, blah, blah. Like, you know what I mean? I leave that curiosity marketing out there. I show part of my journey, what I'm doing, and exercise, and everyone's different. What works for you, you know, you do that. But so that's where I'm branding myself, and instead of the Beachbody programs, I'm putting more into, you know, into me than just a program. Okay. Breadcrumbing is the third one that he uses. That's pretty much a soft sale, planting seeds. That's really with coaching a lot of times too. So you're mentioning something about either coaching or even like your challenge groups, but you're not selling it. You know, it could be just saying something about, you know, your like, oh gosh, I think Shay does a good job on these too, but just something like you're, you know, blessed to be able to do whatnot, you know, as far as like, let's say you're just saying I'm paid my grocery bill for the week, or something like that. You're not just, it's not putting a call to action at the end. It's just saying, I'm really blessed for that. You know, I didn't stress out at the grocery store today. And that's it. Like, you're just like putting it out there and just being, this is really cool, you guys. I'm just sharing. And so it's not saying something like, you know, join me. It's just putting stuff out there. Like, this is neat. And then engagement boosters. Shay, you're good. You're like the queen of these too. She does good on these, where you ask a question and see like what people, you know, get their opinion, post something controversial. My husband does that a lot. Something funny, a funny video. Oh, I'm freezing. Dang it. Can you hear me? Shoot, y'all.
You're good now.
Sorry about that. Okay, so something funny, something entertaining, so asking a question, getting engagement, getting feedback. I always try to put a call to action at the bottom of my posts, especially on Instagram, since that's where I build a lot of my business. It doesn't mean a call to action of sign up. It's a call to action to learn more about the community that I'm engaging with. I want to find out more about the people that are liking and following me and who I'm liking and following them. And so I'll ask them a question like, have you done this before? Do you relate at all? You know, I'll even sometimes put something out there and just ask like, this is how I met my husband. How did you meet your significant other? Or something like that. Just find out more about them, finding out more about people. I love doing those call to actions just to learn more about your people. So something I wanted to share. So you've got those 4 main posts. Do 1 post a day, at least 1 post a day. Okay. From what we've seen, like you don't want to do more than 3 because that's kind of a lot. You know, 2 is great. 1 is great. Quality over quantity, always good value, but you have to show up every single day. So the people that I've seen that are struggling, a lot of times they'll have spotty social media. So it'll be like a Tuesday post, a Friday post, a Monday post, and they're not showing up, and that's your business, your storefront, right? So something that I do plenty of times is that I do follow that structure in it, like as far as what I'm posting. But then I don't know if you probably can't see that. Okay, so my Instagram, you can see like different things, right? So you see how there's different headshots, there's a before and afters, couple before and afters, and there's running, and then there's workout pics. Okay. So what I do when I look at mine, I look at the first 9 and I'm like, what am I missing in this? I need to have a picture of myself closer to where I'm engaging with the people, I'm talking with the people. I need to have something with endurance training because I speak with a lot of athletes. I usually have something family-wise because that's important to me, something with a kid, Trek, or something marriage-wise. I have, Cliff. So there's got to be, and then a before and after is about once a week, depending on where I'm at, okay? Now, the before and after, usually I put a call to action if it's during that enrollment time for the boot camps. Or I'll do a before and after, and I'll give, hey, these are the ways that I reached my goals. Give them 3 tips, 4 tips, and just put stuff out there. Like I focused on veggies and more nutrient density, or you know what I mean? Pull stuff from, go to like Alana's thing on Instagram, you've got so much content in like the 2B challenge group guide. Even take that content and just reword it in your own words and share stuff that's going to give value and help people. And that's how they're going to be like, oh my gosh, okay. They're going to be following you. They're going to be engaging with you because you're going to have a call to action, ask them on that too. So be mindful of all your posting as far as how it appears too, So yeah, the content wants to change, but I need to do more than just a sweaty selfie. I need to show, hey, this is my workout move today, or this is me running because that's important to me. This is me and my baby and my husband, or you know what I mean? Something like that. If you're in nutrition, show your food more. I noticed I'm a big foodie and I do a lot in my stories, but typically nutrition is not at the forefront of like I don't do lots of food pictures. That's just not my thing. Okay. So I would really hone in on what your top 3 to 5 things are. And you just post that stuff in with the content of those 4 things. And then every day you have something. And then I know Cliff is going to talk more on confidence, and this probably rolls right into something he's doing. But if you're not doing personal development, you're going to run out of stuff to post. And I will tell you, like, I listen. Oh, am I unstable? It says I'm unstable. Can you hear me? Okay, I'm good. I listen to my personal development because that's the only time I can get it in. Oh, you can't hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, good. So I listen to it. So a lot of times I'm listening to it and I'll like grab my phone and I'll put notes down and I'll be like, okay, that's a good point. And I'll just do 1 or 2 sentences in my notes as I'm listening to different things because I'm like, that's something I can share and go off on. Like I can share more and give more value on that. So if you're filling yourself up, you're going to have more to offer other people. But if you're not taking care of yourself and filling yourself up, then you're going to feel depleted and drained and you're not going to have anything to offer anybody. So those are my tips on postings because I've had a couple of new coaches ask. And then I also want to say we're doing a free group June 2nd. Is that a Monday? I think so. In like 2 weeks. And we're going to do a HIT focused free group to help promote more Joel Freeman's new program coming out. So if you want to hop in our community and do that, in there with us, you're more than welcome to, or you can just get in there and see what we're doing and copy it and do your own group, or you can just do your own group, whatever you want to do. But highly recommend to start, go under Joel Freeman. He's got a sample workout. It's a 17, 18-minute workout, I think, of his new program coming out. Check it out. Do something in it or start talking about stuff. You don't have to talk about him. Just start talking about HIT training. Start talking about needing something short in the summer because you like to go outside more, right? Because they're 30-minute workouts 4 times a week. That's it. And they said in the summer it'll help people to go out, do more hiking, go out, do more running, go do more stuff. So start sprinkling that into your conversations. All right, I'm going to switch out and go get Cliff. Do you guys have any questions on that stuff? I'm going to go get the babies crying. And Cliff's going to talk on.
Did you guys see that there's going to be a VIP group
Yeah.
Did you guys see there's going to be a VIP group for Joel's
Yeah.
lift and hit?
Yeah. Sorry if I'm freezing. Let me go get him. Yeah, it's definitely I would definitely get into that VIP. Come here, bag.
I'm excited. Can you guys hear me? That's so cool. Okay. I'm just really excited. I'll just say for Joel's group because he is eye candy for me and I have been crushing on him for years and I am so excited. That's all.
He was awesome. He was awesome at the workout in Riviera Maya. He was just funny.
Yeah.
I love him.
You guys talking about Joel?
Yeah.
No, we're talking about you, Cliff.
Love you.
You guys are awesome. I'm pretty excited about Love for too. Like really excited. All right, wrestling a 1.5-year-old. Felt like I just ran a marathon. You guys hear him crying the whole time?
No.
No. Okay, good. I was trying to cover him with a pillow. I'm just kidding. Make sure nobody thought I was serious there. So today, tonight, we'll talk a little bit about confidence, and I think this is really a perfect kind of segue from what we talked about a couple weeks ago. If you guys were on the call, and we talked about clarity, and so this is a really good next topic to discuss because it's so beneficial in our personal lives, our work lives, our family lives, and especially in business. And so that's kind of what we'll focus on is how to increase our confidence and how to utilize that to increase our business as well. So I heard this from somebody, and I don't know who said it, but they're smarter than I am, and they said low self-esteem is like driving through life with your handbrake on. And so if you can imagine riding a bicycle or whatever down the road, and you're just pedaling as fast as you can, but you've got the handbrake clenched on, and it just causes so much tension and force that it makes it really hard to go forward and to keep that forward momentum. And so whenever we have a low self-esteem, and every one of us, if we're honest with ourselves, have battled a low self-esteem in something. But this business will definitely bring that out of us. I know that it has me. There's been times where I've questioned my own abilities. And so that's something that is really good for us to talk about and just be honest about with ourselves. A lot of times we look at people. And for me, I think about Josh Coates. And I think, you know what? That guy just has natural confidence. He had to have been born that way, right? And you can probably think of somebody at the top of your head that more than likely you think, oh, they're just born, they just ooze confidence. Well, self-confidence is not something that we are born with, okay? That's something that we all work and strive towards. And so every one of us on this call is in a process, and we're working towards increased confidence. And so that's something that we all share in common. So let's just discuss really quick a simple process that we can apply to our lives today in order to increase confidence. First is visualization. That's the first step, is to visualize who we want to become. And really that's kind of a lot along the same lines as we talked about with clarity a couple of weeks ago. But visualizing the end result, Napoleon Hill said, what the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. And so that's a really common saying, but I'll repeat that again. What the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. And so a low self-confidence is really just it's a poor self-image that we have that is usually inaccurate. And that's good news, right? It's usually inaccurate. And imagining who we want to become, and even more importantly, the process and the hard work that it takes to get there. That's a really great place to start in order to have this confidence transformation that we're talking about. So step 1 is visualization on who you want to become. Step 2 is facing your fears and taking action. And so I'll be very vulnerable with you guys, and I want you guys to hold me accountable. And so I'm failing miserably in this aspect as far as facing my fears and taking action. When it comes to me going live on Facebook, I completely overthink it. I'm like, oh, I need to sit down and I need to have an hour to plan out what I'm going to talk about. That doesn't happen. And then I never get on live. And I'm totally missing the boat on that. I have a strong background in public speaking. It's not that I'm afraid to talk in front of people. It's that I obsess over the details and being overly prepared. But that fear is crippling me. Okay? And so I want you guys to hold me accountable. I want you to check in with me sometime the next week. Take a look at my Facebook and be like, did Cliff go live? And if not, call me out on it. Be like, hey, Cliff, I don't see you went live this week. You better get that in. Okay? But in the process, I want you to think about something that's crippling you. What's holding you back? What fear are you not facing? All right? Staying in our comfort zones, that just produces a stagnant environment. And so we have to put ourselves out there. We have to get way outside our comfort zone if we want to grow. And that's what facing fear is. And once we identify what it is, for me, it's I have to go live on Facebook. Identify that fear. I got to do it. I got to take action. I can't talk about it like I am right now. I have to actually, and invites, great point. So invites is another example. A lot of us are afraid to reach out to somebody and say, hey, would you like this? That's kind of scary. That's another great example. And so be thinking about what your fears are, and I want to help hold you accountable too. So let's reconnect on that. Third one is overcoming failure. All right. The only way that you can overcome failure is just to embrace it. There's a great book out there called Go for No. If you haven't read that, I highly suggest that one. But just embracing failure for what it is a necessary step of the process to achieve results, to achieve confidence, and just expecting obstacles along the way. It's just going to happen, guys. We know that. We know that we're going to face obstacles. What's that?
We grow more too.
Yeah. And so those obstacles are what's going to shape us and mold us and grow us into who we need to become. And so just embrace those fears and overcome the failure. One thing that you can really focus on is, what is your adversity? Because you can turn your adversity into your advantage. And that's something for example, me, I'm a small guy. All right. That was something challenging for me growing up. I was told, you're too small to play football. You're too small to do that. Why are you so short? When are you going to grow? All right. And that actually shaped and molded my personality because I completely took that adversity on and turned it into my advantage. Because I wasn't going to let anybody define me by my stature. I wasn't going to let anybody define me by my physical appearance or my lack of height or lack of size. And so it was an integral part of my life. And so think about your adversities that you're going through and how you can turn those into your advantages. Next step is affirmations. What better way to overcome failures is to reaffirm what you're good at. Reaffirm every day your strengths, your skill sets. Reaffirm that you are strong, that you are amazing, that you have what it takes to reach your goals and fulfill your purpose. And so affirmations, you can say those every morning, you can say them every night, you can say them throughout the day. But if you don't have them, I highly suggest you get some down and you go over them every single day.
Can I add to that one?
Yeah, you bet.
Something that Josh told me to do that really helped, Josh Coates, with affirmations is to affirm things with my weaknesses. With
That's
things
good.
the 3 things I struggled with, instead of being like, Gosh, I'm trying to, I should know like off the top of my head on these two, but like, instead of being like, I'm kind of scared to grow because of taking on more stuff. I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle it. Instead, I'll affirm myself and just say, I'm equipped to be able to handle anything I can come my way. And as I grow in my business, I'll grow in my life and I, become better. So it just like taking those fears we have and affirming with positive, that really helped me a lot.
That's good. I love that. That's really good. Josh is kind of a smart cat.
He's smart.
And then, all right, so very good on the affirmations. The last step is to track your wins. This is your results, okay? Results, what it comes down to for producing confidence is results. And you have to find a way to track your wins, celebrate those wins, track your results. So guys, this is your before and after picture, in a program. This is like your pounds lost. This is your income progression or how many people's lives you've changed. All right, this is what I mean by tracking your results. Because you have to understand like where you were at one point and where you are now. Because that gap, everything in between is what produces confidence in you. And so you have to track your wins. So we put it all together. We talk about vision, and then vision plus taking action, plus identifying and overcoming failure, plus affirmations, plus tracking wins. All that equals consistent results. And those consistent results is what leads to confidence. And so if you think about your own journey, think about like a program that you've done, that you've overcome, and the challenges that you faced. Think about that entire process of everything from the vision you had at the very beginning to the action that you took, the fears that you had to overcome, everything in between, the whole process that we just discussed. Apply that to your journey and think about that. And we can all come up with different things where we've increased confidence in certain areas. We can apply that to business. We can apply that to whatever we want because it's all the same process. It's all exactly the same. And although we've all had those great results and the increased confidence through programs, like Laura, I'll shout you out for a second because like you're just like this beaming example of what I'm talking about. And so I watched you go through that entire process that I just explained with the 80-day obsession program, right? And so whenever you got to the end of that and your confidence soared, you can take yourself off mute because I'm asking you a question. Oh. What did that do for you?
Is it working now?
My entire family saw it. Like, it wasn't just what it did for me, it's what it did for everybody around me and everybody. And I think that's what also helped my business.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it helped me break out. Like, I was terrified starting out. I was like, I have no idea what to expect. Am I going to get sick? Am I going to, all those fears that were going through my head. And when I got done, I was like, I cried because I wish I could explain it in words. Like I was ugly crying. It was crazy. And I had punched every single one of those fears in the face, and I had done what I said I was going to do. I didn't have a single cheat meal. I followed through, and I stayed consistent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you bet.
Tara helped me with that. 100%.
That's awesome. And so that increased confidence that I see in you and all of you, like, was I believe the major contributing factor to you going diamond, right? And people are attracted to what you guys are doing. People are attracted to the confidence that you have. They're interested in what's going on and what's producing those results. And so and Laura, I called you out, but everybody, I've seen that in everybody. It's just amazing to see that whole process play out. And it was awesome to watch.
It's cool to see. I know Shay's talked about this in her mindset, like how her things have changed for her.
Mhm.
Sorry, he's going nuts. But yeah, that's something too. I know Shay, you brought that up in your post, just seeing over the years like how things have shifted for you. Yeah, how all this together. Sorry, kid.
Yeah.
It's hard to think.
Yeah. It was whenever I finally committed to a program. I've seen it in Roxanne. I've seen it in Tara big time too.
Mhm.
I saw it in Libby. But yeah, back at Time Hop when I was posting videos of me working out, I would never do a video picture of me working out like 3 years ago or even 2 years ago compared to now. It's like even just my body language is completely different.
That's so cool. Yeah, great example. And so I think that's good that you pointed out. You committed to a program. And
Tiffany did that too. Yeah.
yep.
Hey.
Yep, committed to a program, going all in, buying in 100%. That increased confidence can change everything. So, all right, cool. So I hope everybody holds me accountable to me going live now that I put it out there into the universe, or at least on this team call. Accountability system.
I would love, and maybe our threads, whether you're in the emerald thread or the diamond thread, post one thing that we're gonna do, and then that way we can kind of know if we know you want to go live.
Yeah.
I want to give it some more thought, but whatever it is that might be scary or kind of cool just to put it out there, because I think once we speak it, it's spoken, and we can help hold each other accountable. But it's like, okay, now I've committed to that. So I'd like to see what everybody wants to focus on.
Absolutely. That's a great idea. So let's all commit to that then, and we can put it in the threads, and then we can all encourage and support one another as we get way outside our comfort zone and do something to stretch us so that we can grow in confidence and help more people. Cool. Appreciate you guys. Anything else, babe?
No, I'm on the floor nursing. You can't see me.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you
Thanks.
soon.
Thanks, y'all. Wait, do you want to get a picture? I'm not in it. Go get a picture.
Do you want to get a picture?
No.
Patty, just hold your hand up.
Where's the how do you take a picture?
Oh, hey Shay, you want to take it? Oh wait, are you frozen?
Yeah.
Dang it. That's a good picture too. I think we're frozen. Hopefully she got it. It's probably gonna knock you off.
You stop recording.
Oh yeah.